order. And may I proceed on a roll call? Trustee Arquiza.
Aye.
Trustee Luz Nicolas here. Mayor Valles here. For the record, not on this meeting is Trustee Havelock and Trustee Rosington and Tongo. All right, Trustee Tongo is out due to personal emergencies. Okay, may I have a motion to approve the minutes of October 18, 2022?
I make the motion.
I need a second. Motion to approve, motion to approve the minutes of October 18 by Trustee Arquiza, seconded by Trustee Lu. Discussion? Any discussion?
No.
So let's vote.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. I said it. Approval of minutes of regular 18, 2022. I said it. Calendar, ACT conference November 30. Our CEO, recognizing the CEO of Guahan Academy Charter School, Miss Anne.
Yes. So for the ACT conference, it's a go. And the conference really is November 30th, but to December 3rd. But everyone is leaving on the 28th of November just for transition time. We do that as well. Everyone is registered already, so the check should be available before you leave. All the hotels are reserved. And number 2, ELDP training. I have not heard from ELDP. When I turned in the application, I actually followed up. I sent a letter just to follow up to see where it stands, or are we going to be informed?
Yes.
I have not received any feedback from them yet.
They're very maybe meticulous or
Reading through all the applications.
yeah. It's unfortunate there's a lot of applicants that are also.
I also actually sent the confirmation that I submitted the application just so that they can see the state
Knowledge, right?
stated, stamped stated. But definitely looking forward to it. Number 3, National Association for Gifted Children Conference. Number 3 and number 4 is provided by the federal grants, so we signed up for that. So
where is this gonna be?
It's at Michigan.
Is it Zoom or
No, it's
face-to-face?
face to face. They're supposed to leave on the 14th.
Okay, who's they?
The 2 ones that we submitted is Miss Mantanona and Mr. Maniki. Miss Mantanona is our CRT, so gifted somehow. They
And Mr. Manaki?
Mr. Maniki, our middle school teacher.
Okay.
Yes. Unfortunately, as of today, this morning, federal grants they already met. We reserved rooms for them, but yesterday we were informed by Stephanie Charbola from GDOE that they still have yet to wait for USDOE guidance because they were questioning why there's a lot. So we received an email yesterday just for the private schools and the charter school representatives to hold off.
There was a lot of
Attendees.
from Guam.
So what does that mean? Does it mean that they're putting priority on
Their deal.
on their own people,
Yes.
the DOE?
Yes, that's what I heard, and I even confirmed with my friend.
But the argument is, we're not the one that made it full. They're the ones that made it full. They should sacrifice some to allow the charter school.
Yes, and it's a little. I emailed again this morning because I said from your email you're saying we're awaiting. So even yesterday they called us in over the weekend to cancel the reservations.
The
to
fact
avoid
of the
further-
matter is GDOE is under the USDOE budgeting process as well. The states have on USDOE money. So the priority will be amongst the USDOE
Everyone
grantees. Yeah, so we'll be like, this will be just for the leftover slots, maybe for the charter school. I hope us first before the private
private
sector.
sector. Yeah.
And that makes sense, because USDOE is just wanting to make sure they protect their own entities. GPO. So,
But we are a public school.
That was my argument
No, no,
too.
no,
That's
no.
why I emailed this morning.
GAX is still a non-profit, and we're just a not, what would we call it, a component unit of the government. We're not classified as public school. We still is a non-profit school in our organization.
It's like partial.
No, you cannot be considered as public school. Your organization is a non-profit. Your budgeting process is with the government, but it doesn't classify you as public school. You are a component unit for budgeting purposes, but your organization is non-profit. So we take, again,
I think that needs to be looked further. In all fairness, I mean, the whole goal is educating kids. It doesn't matter whether they're there or here or there. I really needs.
True, that's the rule.
And that's why I emailed again. I said, I hope you're
So
really
maybe they only have slots for public school, but not for GDOE.
But it's,
So how many are they sending?
the,
How many are they sending?
there's, yeah, but unfortunately, there's a lot, 1, 2, 3.
Or
Because,
GDOE.
because it's really a special issue with GDOE, which they're lacking behind. Yeah, this is, they really have to push for their people to go here, and so are we. Because this is just really the common challenges now in all schools, public, private, and public, because we really don't have a lot of this gifted children, information here. This is not the National Association. That's why we're hoping that at least one of our delegate could come in.
That's what
Hopefully
he said.
Manaki is very bright kid, right? But I don't know, the other person is also in charge.
Yeah,
One or the other, hopefully we can get one slot.
How many gate?
Because because the gate program is
Program.
public.
It's
Public.
Their representatives have
Yeah.
to be.
Maybe you can communicate with them and say, okay, can we at least send one?
Yeah.
That's what I emailed them this morning.
Yeah, this-
Following up, we really hope that you can at
Yeah,
least
yeah.
let us know that they responded. We have yet, that's all they
Yeah.
have yet
But
to
it's
receive
good,
guidance.
it's good what Tarsil is saying, at least represent yourself as, yes, we would like to be able to, but we can consider at least one of our rep. Because I could see, because the gate program is all the public schools, as long as they.
The number 4, the Innovative School Summit. So that's for December 1 to 4. We also booked reservations. The 2 representatives from GATS would be the 2 teachers, one elementary teacher who is Miss Rangan,
Correct.
and one middle school teacher who is Miss San Jose. We're on standby for that too. They already attended the travel ticket meeting at GDOE, but again, we're on standby because it's the same USDOE guidance that we're waiting for, so we're still on standby. But that's still December 1st to 4th, so they haven't emailed us to cancel the reservation. Hopefully they will. That's it, because these are the 2, everything from our CG. We
So
signed
did
up
you
for.
actually get an invite from the CGs, from the consultant grant people? We
Yeah, so
actually get
we
an
would-
invite?
No, so every year we have to sign up for the we got the invite. We have to sign
So
up
who
for the
invites
grant.
you?
CG, Federal, the FPD.
Okay, so they invite you.
Yes. When you sign up, which I signed up,
They give you all the invites.
they give you the invite. So when
They
they
just-
invited, they informed us. It
They
was
invite,
that the
they
day.
just letting you drool and then they don't take you.
Actually, when they informed the charter schools, when they sent the email, they said you have to book they sent us today, when we booked, it's all fully closed, the reservation of the hotel. So we
That's
had
not
to
fair.
find
That's
a
not
different.
There we go again.
Here we go again.
So we actually, the whole week, Miss Joyce was the one, like even on weekends, she was working because we're looking for alternative hotels that is far. But we just wanted them to go, so we said, and they said you have to reserve it yourself. We even asked, can you just reserve for the whole,
Yeah,
for the whole, all the representatives from Guam, because that's
Yeah.
what the hotel was suggesting, right?
yeah.
But apparently, that's the instruction. You have to follow the instruction of the one in charge, the program. They said you
Right.
have to reserve
You don't have a
every.
pool there.
So cross our fingers. Hopefully,
Where is
the
this gonna be?
this one is in. The first one gate is at Indianapolis, and then the next one is in Tennessee.
Getting farther and
Nashville,
further.
yeah.
Getting
I
malayo.
think-
see.
But they were also late. So what happened is instead of the Learning Forward annual conference, it's going to, they didn't make it, so they changed it to Innovative. The national,
School summit, right?
yes, the Innovative,
This should be interesting. How about Zoom? Can you participate by Zoom?
they don't have this,
They don't have Zoom.
those, it's face to face, yeah.
Hopefully they can have recorded conferences and then you can ask CG to share that with you. In the availability of our actual presence there, we should always ask for the recorded conference. Usually they have different tracks on.
Just like
Sometimes you have to
ACT,
pay, right? Sometimes you have to pay, but it's okay. But you might learn something out of it. But that's part and parcel of a PD by sections or by kind of topics that you guys can do. That's we just ask them.
Yeah.
Maybe you can send our person can we avail of ourselves and a recorded version of recorded conference. It's always good.
And then number 5 on our calendar, we have set the Thanksgiving event on November 18th, which is this Friday, after school, back to school
so
hours
it's Friday.
2:30. Yeah. it's
It is?
this- And thank you to Madam Faye for for the turkey and ham. And then we are providing the main dishes as well. And then some of them are like signing up for what.
Could you believe that this time we have a lot of people signing up to really bring food and really good get potluck.
We already-
A year past, they were like they don't even look forward to events like this. This time it looks like we're able to get a lot of people to participate not only in the potluck, but they're actually bringing their own, bringing dishes from their
Because
own.
last time I remember the board, Madam Faye also ordered like a set lunch for everyone, packed lunch. This year we open it, even if we inform them that
Because
the
of
main
COVID,
dishes
because
is
it's COVID last year. So we kind of put like packed lunches, just so it's safe for everybody. But this time people can come with it.
when we advertise and said that the main dishes will be provided, they still sign up to bring their own treats.
Very
And
nice.
actually, it's an employee who wired said, "Are you gonna have something in blessed?" So yeah, there's so many things to be grateful for. I
Yeah.
believe they're thriving. The culture is so good. So that's a goal. And then for the reports, federal grant, Ms. Jamie gave me Ms. Jamie. Oh, there you go. So we're done with the ESF2. We're actually just re-inputting some of the items to use up all the amounts that we have. But everything was already keyed in.
How
However, there's a balance or total requisitions that have not been converted to
Purchase order.
purchase orders is 752,255.
Under
This
which-
is ESF2.
We're closing that already.
Yeah, it's
October,
already
It's
closed.
already closed.
They gave us to use again till
Until after
September
the-
20.
They extended it?
Yeah.
Wait, so September is done.
Next year,
2023.
2023.
All ESF?
Yeah.
Oh,
ESF2.
Wow,
So
cool.
we still have money then.
Kaya nga.
Although we keyed in everything.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
at least we have money.
So
No,
we're
when that's
trying.
given, that's when it is practically encumbered and they're just waiting for what they have requested for. But you finish it to the penny, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now you have still ARP.
Yes. And
What's the
we
balance on your ARP?
ARP.
As long as I know that we don't have a balance on the ESF by the time we get the extended date of September 2023. Because the ESF, you need to really, you can use so many things with the ESF. Anything that is school related activities
for online.
for online. And
Yeah,
things
so we're
like that.
trying to
Use it all
maximize
out.
online.
So this was all encumbered, zero balance by the time we have September 20. Your ARP.
ARP we have right now.
With
Total requisitions keyed in is 701,000 out of the 4.6.
You have 3 point something more to go.
Yeah, but these are small items, but very little items, but very big amount. For example,
I know, but
playground itself.
don't tell me that because you still have 3.7 in your tail.
Yes, we wanted, the priority was to finish ESF2 because we thought it's gonna end. So
Oh, yeah, you were rushing.
yeah, we were rushing all ESF2.
I was-
Yeah, at least you're ahead
Yeah.
now.
I was,
You're
I was,
ahead.
I was concerned about it too because you have like 800,000 more to go. on the
Yeah.
ESF, the last time we had a meeting. So I said, wow, I would you spend that? Otherwise, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
That's good. At least they extended.
So
it.
the actual, even if during last month, everything was keyed in, but we were just still using the leftover
Oh,
money,
really?
trying to get
Yeah,
more.
and that's important because
I
you don't
don't
wanna
know
go to
how
the
much to do it.
legislature and then you throw you had that amount of money.
From?
for companies.
What's your last name?
You wanna avoid that.
This is Fayo Valles. Huh?
Is there any, like, after all of these, there's no
I
more
don't
federal
know. Yeah, I have a.
funds available?
So far.
Because the cutoff for the federal, any federal assistance is this year, right?
Oh,
This
well,
is coming 2023.
Yeah.
okay, then thank you then so much. Okay.
They cut everything already.
So Miss Janie, right now, we're following up on the quotes so that we can hand it in because we can't release it fully until we get the quotation in the paperwork on. it.
I never called this number. Said, I'm a teacher. And I said, yeah, let's go. I'm not gonna tell you. She called me. I never remember, I don't remember calling this number.
Be careful nowadays.
Yeah,
686-2866. 2671.
I wouldn't answer a phone number that I
Be
don't know.
careful.
But not with me because this is business.
All
for-
of your business.
This is all business. So that's why even my grandchildren
That's
cannot
hard.
touch this.
That's hard,
Yeah, any incoming I have to answer.
yes.
You're the
And
master
sometimes
for
it's
that.
complaint from the client. That's why I told, don't give my phone number, please. Who's the owner of the company? They will even ask, this is a corporation. Before they used to give me my, they used to give my name, right? Yeah, it's okay. But you know, I said, from now on, please, corporate is corporate. So anyway, thank you, sorry for that.
total requisition spending purchase order is 685,269.
ARP.
We still have 1
We
week.
still have
Go.
3.3 million to go.
Are these tent properly stored?
I'm sorry?
Are these tents that we bought out of the asset properly stored?
Yes.
It's not all spread out, right?
No, no,
We do.
so in all, the remaining tents are underneath this tent.
Okay. Do we have a container? I know we have a container, but it's very.
It's
full,
already
right?
full of the temperature control. So what we put in the container, the two containers are temperature control,
Like,
like school supplies, books and everything. But the
what is
ones
that, a
here
40
are
foot or 20?
20 only, 220
Because we can't fit another one.
anymore. But the red container, the old one, we discarded the ones that we are having.
Because these guys is, I don't know, kind of latex materials, they're durable enough to stand any area where we can actually put them where it's not too hot. So otherwise the materials could be easy, I don't know, but these are tent, it's supposed to stand all kinds of weather, right?
Yeah.
I hope that's the prescription.
Yes. So the only one we're working on is so that to avoid it being flown away during typhoons.
Yes.
The one we're working on is the actual plates for it.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. What's up?
No,
What's up?
So anyway, yeah, I'm just worried because we have a couple of spread ones, right? What is that used for? To store something?
Which one?
The tents
There's one here and
Yeah.
there's one over here. So we just use it
to store?
to store the other equipment that are being delivered. Like we have trash cans, we receive trash cans.
Okay,
We receive
That's not
like
temperature sensitive.
separate, yeah, not temperature sensitive. And the remaining, because we have 11 of these tents,
that's
we
why.
only built 2, so the
But
remaining
you know why,
one is
you know
still
why
there.
I'm really asking for that to be preserved? Once we have the new campus, right? That will be pretty much in big
Yes.
use. For now, maybe we kind of like overshoot on the order, but that was the time when the dictate of the distance of children in the classrooms are what we need to follow, right? So the important thing for that is really to preserve that property, because that will be an added material for our next facility.
And that was the purpose. So
Yeah.
during the ARP, I over ordered for thinking ahead that we will use our facility, the new campus.
Yes.
So we have like aircon that goes with it. They're stored on each building under the stairs. We covered it with tent, with tarp, just to make sure, although it's good
Just
for-
to make sure that the complete design of that could be, in case of emergency, be converted to something that's gonna be useful, right? The AC is important and all those things, but yeah, just make sure you guys take care of it, you know? Because the GDO has got all these things, and I tell you, I don't know how their storage system is. I'm doubtful, because they just like you guys probably overbought because of the availability of funds, right? But mine for us, it's really our stories that I'm concerned, that make sure that in a year or so that we can still make use of all those things, right? This money is not gonna show in our faces the next year. This is it.
So
This is
actually,
what's
when
it.
we have our own, even our cafeteria will be complete.
Yeah,
Because we ordered. that.
Refurbish, make sure that you
Everything.
have the complete,
We can just bring it over to.
the complete design of what your kitchen facility should be in the school, according to what the child nutrition program dictates, right? Temperature control
cards,
stuff.
The
things like that.
trays and they are all NSF.
Okay, you already project or forecast for all the necessities for the machines for the kitchen, right? I'm just gonna shoot this off. Are we allowed to purchase any maintenance equipment, like water blasters?
Oh, yes, we did. We also
We already did
ordered.
that. We have
We
them.
already
Oh.
received them, so we are using
You want water
Wow.
blasters?
even blowers.
Not riding more.
Even blowers.
Ready more?
Yeah, we already, they're all in
Really?
the,
blowers.
Again, anything that we purchase out of that, you should be able to really take care of those, because you're looking at, I trust you to go to, you guys are here. Just to make sure that those are maintained always in good condition, because, this is not it, you know?
So we
Those
have
guys
a-
are, those guys are supposed to have a lot of good, what do you call that, usage for long term, right?
so we have set up like storage areas for each one. For example, all PPEs in this area.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then all the tagged assets in this
Yes,
second
yes,
equipment. And then all the electronics are all locked up in the IT rooms in the building.
Right.
Those
There's
are
another
those
one
hot
upstairs.
commodities, you know?
So So we
Your IT
have,
is required for you to be in a solid concrete building like this, with continuous AC.
yes. So
Can't
we
do
really had to, that's what we focused on during the summer, just to make sure every equipment has its own home. And then
Yeah.
if we take it out, we have to put it
Because
back
you're
where
gonna
it belongs.
parallel everything to the new school.
Yeah, think like that. Okay, let's go to the next one. Thank you.
We're
No
now,
questions, right? Trustees ESF two, ARP report, we're good.
and then letter B, commission vacated. We finally got the key on Monday.
What's it gonna be used for?
So we already moved our CRT from the SSO, because
Okay.
before there's one room at SSO that is being shared by the CRT and the ESL teacher. But it's hard because we have students coming in and parents with the CRT. So we moved her to
Provided more
that-
space for them.
What about testing? Is there privacy for testing?
Yes, that's where we moved. And for now, we're doing the tiny eye
So we're
program
tiny eyes as well.
also in that
Good, good. I
area.
was about to ask that next.
Because that's
Very private.
somehow, yeah, and
Very private.
what do you call this, audio?
So that's retrofitted with good audio.
Yeah.
We used to
Rather
have
than-
one here. Did we transfer that? When we came here, there was a geologist that was with GDOA. Did they took it all? Oh,
Before, we just sent our students over there at the very end.
yes, yes.
But when we took acquired building E, they left everything, so they just they sent up. And we have only few students who's qualified for that. But at least they have the privacy rather than unnecessary.
That's something that we could probably look into, the additional money that. Prepare for that, because you know, you might have only a few in your student population, but that would require for one, because now they go by Zoom now. You can actually use some of these support. I'll find them, right? So, but you have to have the facility. You gotta make sure that all of this soundproofing and everything of that place is there.
And that's why we're using that, because
But something that
commission
that's movable,
mobile.
mobile and everything else, right? Because otherwise you get it here and then you can't even move it, like waste of money.
Actually, that's what commission did. They have their own doors. They were donated just for the soundproofing of the two rooms there.
Yeah,
So
because
when they left, they
They
took
took
it with
They
them.
have their doors.
So I'm just like asking for where they put the original door, so we can put it back on. I'm waiting for their response.
Anyway,
But
They-
it's
they-
moving along, and then the last room they have not vacated would be the big room across at the BE, because their copiers are there. Unfortunately, their contractor is going to move all the copiers, Xerox copiers are not yet.
what are gonna be the use, what would that?
That's our supposedly after school. And then we have a wait list again of kindergarten, so we're gonna transfer the middle school so that it will be available for the kindergarten. So I informed my school too. That's the purpose, so as much as possible, they can give us a time.
What we give them a time?
I gave them actually this week. Yeah. So
So we wait on-
before they were communicating directly with the Sanchez. Just step in and inform them that we also need to locate the door,
Yeah.
because we are also leasing. Basically, our landlord is Portec, and I informed them that when we turn it over, it has to be in the same condition of everything. So at least inform us where the doors went, how, because
What kind of
they
door is it? Regular door?
just very regular door. And the thing is, they built another room. They added a room, which we didn't know. So I asked
So
him,
that is a very big space,
they added,
very big space.
but it's too much of, I was assessing it, it's too much of, it's not cost efficient if we're going to tear it down. So I said, we'll just
Keep
leave it
whatever.
for
It's not
now.
practical, right?
Yeah, it's not practical.
Yeah,
Maybe
only
we'll
this
just-
year and hopefully next year
You got the school.
we'll build fast from all those slabs. Lots of bolts, whatever you call those things. Okay, let's move on to
Letter
L.
C, school safety survey, we're working on that because last PD, when we invited Homeland Security to the assistance of Miss Joyce, we had active shooter training,
Yeah.
and we realized that we really have to update all our policies.
Yeah.
So to begin with that, we already informed everyone that all the gates has to be locked.
Yes.
So the only door open during school hours is at the SSO, but we still have to keep it closed
We
and
noticed that.
and to make sure we are vigilant
How about
because
this one? here? This is an easy access area. There are two
it's
doors
always
here.
locked. The other one is just for us and we always lock it. So basically everything has to be locked. So we assign the person after 8 o'clock or at 8 o'clock at the building E, someone will have to lock it. And I know it's inconvenient. I informed them it's inconvenient to get out, get down from your car and lock it again. But we were saying that our motto, I guess, would be safety first before we're not going to sacrifice safety for convenience. And the staff are all agreeable, yeah, very cooperative because they really
saw
saw
the
how
training,
it could be.
how it could happen.
They know of it because we have been
But the
oriented.
invitation of that speaker is a reinforcement of what they already know and
No.
more. And more.
And not all of our staff are aware. It's different when we hear it from them.
Yeah. from the
And because
experts.
the statistics they were saying that sometimes you think it's only off island it's happening, but actually it happened already here in Guam. And then they did not disclose, of course, the names but they were saying too it could happen. It could be an employee. It could be a parent.
Yeah.
So it could be anyone.
Yeah.
So it could be anyone, and we can't tell. So
There's
just have to be
cameras,
there.
right?
And again, of course, we have all the security cameras already. So there's cameras
That's good.
pointing in different. Thank you to
That's
Ryan.
another review set, right? Somebody checks
24
that.
hours, yeah, and we saved it. So we're catching a lot of students too.
Doing it.
Yeah,
It really
it
helps.
speaks for itself.
Yeah, it really helps. And
Naughty,
that's
naughty.
why, and they're surprised too.
One book away.
One was trying to hit it with the ball, and we got the chance.
Your
But
face
kids
is
who
there, man.
Kids are kids. They're
Yeah,
gonna
that's
make
true, that's
yeah.
They're even dancing.
Yeah.
And then,
And then, so we're also refining the earthquake policy. So basically, all the policies on safety for the parent student handbook. And then we're going to have a drill, set
Yeah,
drill
it's a
every
monthly
time.
drill.
Monthly,
It has to be monthly
yes.
because kids
make
are there, teachers
Yeah.
are there.
We just had our
unexpected
we
surprise.
had
Even the
our drill.
adults, because sometimes adults
Yeah.
get scared first before the children, right? So if
Su-
the adults, I
Surprise!
will fight. I will run first for the children. And that's the mentality.
And we will keep track of our drills so that it's like it's embedded in that
Yeah,
we know everyone
yeah,
knows
the
how.
federal requirements.
So as you move into having your new building, this is one of the preparations that you need to keep in mind. Shutters, and all the way that we can protect. But the access, one, we already have the guy inside as you close your facility. That's why the security would help in all the different little bit of everything that we do. cannot have this occurrence. Scary, very scary.
Have to anticipate. At least we know
Yeah.
what we.
We always have to be in condition readiness in all of these things, whether it's typhoon, earthquake, active shooter. There's so many lives, kids' lives that are, all adult and kids' lives that's.
We just have to revamp. I know the PD last Friday is more of the administration, it's more of the procedural. Usually we always have like academics,
Or
but the thing is we are revamping it anyway, so we wanted to make sure that we are up to date with all the and that's the only time we had set all these agencies for those trainings. So as well as the employee handbook, you already signed or you already approved the amendment number 7 and 8.
Yeah.
The SOP for exiting employees, I just wanna update you.
fine
We-
tune that as
yes,
well, because that's just a little bit too lax. It's a little bit too, those guys, we catch them when they're already out of the facility. What if they have, they're holding a key or something that we have not even gotten from the day that those persons have left the
So we
company,
have
right?
now 4 different forms to make sure, and we have an SOP for everyone exiting. So it will go to the supervisor, IT, and there's a
And
checklist.
must be incorporated on your personal, personal policy that as you exit, as you are able to terminate employment with GAC, that these are the procedures that needs to be incorporated. or
And we
implemented.
found some forms that are already existing as we were reviewing all the employee handbook. We found forms, Ms. Bennett was able to trace back a form. We're just revamping or we're just refining it, but making sure.
Make sure you control these forms. I was a big proponent even in the past to make sure, because any kind of form that can be fabricated is business and also is very nice. It costs something very, very inconvenient now. So make sure you number them
Yes,
and,
they are
and,
now
and
numbered.
qualify them as such as course for like for this, for that. We did that and I don't know it was ever considered.
No, but the thing is, I think the reason why we couldn't, it really took a while for us because we need to find the most current.
Yeah.
Because you know how everything was emailed, so there's different versions of the employee handbook, so we really have to dig in.
I remember those days. So Marilyn would put together a policy or something that will be approved by the board. And then it doesn't get shared to the public, to the employees. And the big move and the officers just get there were mad at that. It's in the website or something, some kind of site. And nobody could find it, right?
Yeah.
So there's a big thing about
Miscommunication.
somebody actually went to labor and said this was not policy. We never knew about this. But all because the copies were not given to them. That's why I proposed to Anne that I said from here on, any revision that you have to sign and have the employee sign off on it. Might spend a little money, but at the end of the day, you know that people are on the now on existing and revise or anything on the personal policy section. So otherwise, we're subject to a lot of protections, right? So
And we have a practice now. So after a board meeting, because it's always set. So every Monday, I report to the leadership.
yes,
So everything we talked about, it's in
very
another
nice.
agenda as
That's
the leadership
very good
Monday.
transparency.
And then Monday after that is the Wednesday, not Wednesday, Thursday, the next Thursday, that Monday is the CLD and the TLC. So the leadership or the leaders would share it to the community
transparency.
learning.
That's
And
good.
then the week
That's
after, we bring it to the faculty meeting as well. And then the third Thursday to the PTO. So whatever we discuss here, every time we report it. So there's like dissemination of information goes through from
Oh,
one
that
to
is
another.
wonderful, yeah,
That's awesome.
very, very good.
So we are doing that every
Nobody's lost.
PTO. Yes, even the PTO, we have the CEO report.
The board
and
is accused of doing things behind their backs.
then-
So we
It's a
always
matter
have
of communication.
yeah, it's very simple task because the management, you know, you guys that are here every day, you know, you should be able, there was nothing discussed that's illegal or against them or for somebody special. It was just all for the common good. But for some reason, it hasn't been given or shared or disseminated.
The worst part is when you hear it outside it from the news and what the heck
Yeah.
is this? That's the
And everyone knows that this year basically it's tight communication
Yeah.
and that transparency so that
Yeah.
everything that happens from the board down
Yeah, thanks to you,
is
I
informed.
think you're off to a good start because in the very past, in the past, it was just like, it's just confined to certain people. And if they have good news, it doesn't get disseminated properly and
Good or bad news, we have to
good or
report
bad.
it.
So in the back, that's why you have a lot of those, what do they call those
Especially when-
sessions that they have. where they
especially
have
when
all their
the media
eyes,
gets.
their eyes and everything else are out of the work. So what is that? They call it parking something,
Parking lot.
something, they call it something, parking, that is it a parking, but they talk about all the issues, school, the
Parking
justice,
lot, yeah.
the parking lot, the,
Uh,
something,
yeah.
is that they call parking lot something? So they talk about all the trustees and all the homes and then it's all not true. Because somebody kind of like propagated.
No more,
negatively.
no more.
They have
the
to hear
media.
it from us.
Yeah, no more in the
Yeah,
media.
it's a good start, because nothing was talked about in all the time that I sat here as a board. I don't ever remember talking negatively about anything that could go against the operation of the school. If we do conduct a lot of, what do you call that, what they call that, on the personal issues. Form is very limited because we hardly have anything very serious, right? So nothing really like that. But somehow it's so one personality just damaged the whole board, right? Because somebody wants to have a command of the whole thing, and then use the board to on a very negative way, and then that happens. So the board is portrayed as really like they're like the villains in the organization. So it's just like when they see me, when I used to attend all these PTOs, but nobody wants to respect you. They wanna, they feel like they want to spit at your face. But those are gone. But of course, I haven't attended a PTO, so I was never invited. Oh, I was just kidding. Not bad. Okay, move on. Let's go.
And then just for update too, we're working with the PTO officers on the uniform vendor. And like following up with them because again the current vendor is expiring, but up to date they have not complied with all their promises. So I asked the PTO president to look into the vendor right away because to avoid these delays again.
Are they for E and F? Are there any issues?
No
No
issues.
more.
I just wanted to keep you in the loop.
No,
That
because
that's what
you
we're
remember
working on.
we had a audit finding and now it looks
No,
good,
it's-
right?
it's
So
clean, yeah.
You're talking about the PTO fund,
Funds.
which is not part of that,
no, but
not part of that.
it's not part of the
No,
school.
We have nothing to do with it.
How come it was an audit too?
No, not first part of the audit report
Right.
because it was all
Before,
the
before.
it was all the missing
Yeah.
bank statements that were never presented. So
But-
that got carried on because now it's still the responsibility of the accounting of GACS to just get that report and put that in the book.
That's
We have
already
nothing
clean.
to do with the disbursement, writing out checks and stuff like that. But we need to make sure that they send over to us requests for doing fundraising on behalf of GACS
Yeah.
and to be able to report the fundings that they have received and stuff like that. But that's all captured into your
Yes.
books.
And it's already
Yeah.
clean, so we have that agenda in line, every PTO.
We got
CEO
audited for
report,
that.
I mean their treasurer's report, the
It was a minor citation because we cannot find road sectors for NAP. We cannot find the documentation also for NAP.
Did
That's
they
right.
resolve all their issues with
Everything, yeah, ever since.
tax and
then.
revenue,
Yes.
everything?
Yeah, thanks to
Yes,
Trustee
and that's
Al, yeah. Okay, let's go.
Do they have new officers? I mean.
No, not yet, because these are the same officers from during the pandemic. And
They never had an election going.
there's not. The second PTO was a success because there's like the whole cafeteria is full of parents.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
And then we communicate with Ms. Sanchez as well, so that we know which grade level is sponsoring the fundraiser during that Thursday PTO. So last month, October, it was the first grade level who sold like treats or food during the PTO. They made money, so they deposited their.
Who is the, you have the student body association, right? Who is the president now?
The student body, I think they just started to vote
Oh,
for the
they just have an
students
election.
PA, yeah. We also have for middle school.
Because they used to have very active selling of stuff during the time, right, when they're campaigning during after the coffee. Yeah, you guys can continue. I need the
We
bathroom.
HR, when we did
That's
the
under you.
agenda, we were anticipating the position was filled, but unfortunately, I have to report that the teacher denied the position, the offer. So it's vacant again. The A, ma'am, I just wanna clarify,
Which one is that?
the letter A filled position, the time we were
Yeah.
doing the agenda, we were anticipating the applicant will accept it. But
Oh, but no, so it's
got back
vacant.
to us, it's vacant
And,
again.
and what subject is that?
We still need now we need a social studies teacher for the middle school. And then we also need computer teacher.
No, the social studies is for Mr. Kind of from.
Middle school, now that's gonna be the third
Oh, that's,
gonna be the third one. During this time, it was for the middle school. Middle school social studies. So
so we
that's
have 3 vacancies.
3 vacancies for the teacher. And then for letter B, we still have office clerk 2. And actually, right now, we have a TA vacant position.
The personal officer requires a degree, right?
Yes,
What if you have an applicant that does not have a degree,
that's-
but has had some experience?
yes, we can look into that, basically. Just have to look into
There
the
is some,
application.
there's a lady that I know, but she doesn't have a degree, but she says she's had some
Equivalent to the
experience.
years of experience.
The one that's gonna be hardest to close about shoes.
That's very difficult.
What position does he has? I know PE, but I'm not understanding.
It's social studies, secondary, high school.
Oh, man. No, yeah.
No, we have 2 math teachers, okay. It's the social studies that now both in the middle school. It's hard to, yeah, it's crippling.
And then we got the one for the Aggie East, the one like for the PE.
Since you already voted for this, can you sign this? This is the
Who's the
minutes.
PE teacher?
Mr. Hadley.
minutes of
Yeah,
the-
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's the,
He's an Aggie.
yes,
So
he's the,
him and Mark is the one that's always running the show, right?
You can put the black.
That's gonna be hard now. You don't wanna burn him out.
Mr. Lisa, since you already voted for.
Oh,
Okay. The office clerk, what area is that for?
just office clerk over here, no, not this, it's for the admin. General, it could
Oh,
be over
general,
here
okay.
or
Wherever
at,
needed, right?
yes. notice.
How about the TA? Did you get a TA already?
No, so that's what I'm saying. Now we have an open for TAs. When we did the agenda, we didn't have it, but now, today, as of today, we have a TA position.
Procurement, nothing.
Oh,
Okay, I'll let that lady know that office first and
TA.
TA are open. There's somebody that's interested, but she doesn't have a degree in personnel. I don't think that degree at all.
Then the position.
So she has experience. in-
It's being attended all the procurement classes, right?
And then
They done
it's
it,
finished,
right?
yeah, it is finished the last one.
Okay, finance chair.
You're so finance chair.
Oh,
We wait for Madam Faye,
she,
okay. But everyone knows already that the prior year obligation is, the prior year, pending outstanding before, since 2020, since 2021. It's released year in 2022. It was
Finally.
released finally.
so we're zilch,
Reserve on prior year obligations.
yeah, zilch, right?
Yeah, as of September 30, 2022. It's part of.
Hey, Lou,
Yeah,
Yeah, very
no
good.
more, man.
wow.
The
Yes.
credibility is back.
Yeah, so it's now up to the legal
That's
counsel.
what I hate when you go out in the public, they always ask that question. Hey, don't you guys owe anything? Just
What
wanna
is,
whack.
what is the notice of award? What does that mean? The-
That's for our audit. So
Yeah.
basically, we're just waiting to release the notice of award to Ernst and Young. Yeah, it's just the technical,
So we don't have that yet, the notice of
no,
award.
not yet, because it's pending our
Did you
legal
follow up that?
counsel.
No, it's pending legal
legal
counsel's
counsel's
review of the
review of
contract.
the contract.
So when you get that,
No.
make sure it's on the website.
No, that's different. The website is the audit.
Yeah.
This is the procurement part of the
Yeah.
audit.
Yeah, but if we got a notice of award.
No,
No, we
no,
are
no,
supposed to release it
To
to Ernst
to
and
Ernst
Young.
and Young.
Oh,
It's
okay.
It's-
It's
it's
part
not
of
in
the
web-
step.
yeah.
That's, it's not direct.
Yeah.
No, yeah. It's
Right.
just basically securing and letting them know that officially
We
we
accept
are
it.
Yeah, we-
accepting your proposal and we want your services.
Which we do still, right?
Yes,
we-
by
yeah,
10%.
This is
Yeah.
just a formalization now.
But in
No,
the
he's
end,
asking if it was.
but in
reduced.
the
Yes,
end,
10%.
it increased?
No, it's the same on the third year.
Okay,
But the
good.
first and second year, they reduced it.
Because before, Luke, it keeps going higher and higher.
Yeah,
How can
So
that
the
be when
amount is
you're already,
10%.
my question there is, it's already cleared,
yeah,
you know? Okay.
okay.
Letter
Food
C, IFB for food vendor, so we
Yeah,
extended it to November 16, which
Which
is
is
tomorrow.
the deadline.
Hoping that we receive all the interested bidders.
Okay,
Letter D, FY22 budget, Ms.
Yeah,
Cadet.
it's
So we
on
have
the-
a copy of,
The ones that we
Everyone has a
submitted.
copy.
Yes, yeah.
this
So
one.
this is, I also copied on the board during the, how do you call this, when we submitted it to the council, the charter council and the Department of Administration. So on the first page, right, of this,
Mhm.
you're looking at the same time, is there, Lisa, this one? Mr. E, you're looking at this one?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So you can see, right, we, at the very end, we have we use out of 4,743,000 allotment, that we, allot. The funds that was allotted to us was only 4.1 million. So there is an unexpended balance of $628,000. So based on FY 23, 620. Based on FY 23 public law, right? Any unexpended balance of FY 22 can be used, but depends on the how do you call this, the approval of the Magalahan. So you already know that, we talk about it.
I'm gonna just throw this curveball here. do we get another increase for Christmas bonus?
Yeah, but the money is no longer increased. Yeah,
It could be,
sitting there now, yeah.
the
We're
reality.
just talking here about the local funds, right?
The local
Yes,
funds,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So that's the, and we're, of course, we're close, this is the end of the fiscal year,
Yeah.
we close. So, and then estimated start of audit probably in December or January of 2023, right? That's the start of the audit.
So this is the final balance at the end of the fiscal year, right?
Yes, yes. So I gave you all the management, but since we are on the estimated start of audit, I gave you the management's discussion and analysis,
Yeah.
which I also emailed to the board the other day, 2 weeks ago. This
Thank you
is,
very much.
yeah. This is the draft of the MD&A. So Miss Anne will, of course, will do her part because all those highlighted in blue, I highlighted it dark because this was the
So
information.
this is just a draft.
A draft,
And
yeah.
that, but for
Because-
the books, it's updated,
The books is updated, the
except for the academic side.
academic side. That's why I highlighted it in blue.
Oh.
Because the blue means FY, this is the FY 21 information.
Report.
Yeah, report.
So when is the other half going to be included?
Yeah, it's already, it's just a matter of uploading because that's already when you know in our annual report.
Yeah.
It's just like getting from the annual report and putting it in. This is basically the summary.
I just want to congratulate that this is a tremendous improvement from the formatting side.
The formatting side, yeah.
Yeah, before, remember, it was
No,
like
yeah.
chop suey, but now it's professionally done.
And when is this due for submission?
No, this
No,
is the
this
due
is
for submission.
submission.
This is when the audit starts. When
Oh,
So
yeah.
then we put
It's just that I prepared it ahead
Miss
of time.
Blue, we're
Okay.
very advanced, that's why.
Yeah.
Because last time, the last one we did it was like April when we did.
it was chop suey.
Yeah.
That's why I said, Miss B, come on.
No, this was the second year because the chop suey was in FY 19.
19, yeah. Last year,
Last
we were
year
the
we
ones who
already-
did it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's a
Yeah.
tremendous
Two-
improvement.
No, 2
It's
years,
a compliment.
2 years already in a row.
When do you anticipate the audit?
Yeah, these are all the
We're
same
gonna
information
start
except
November or
giving it a more
December.
current one.
February?
Yeah.
November,
But the
December
format
and
before was
January,
chop
we're gonna
suey.
start. So
And I said,
basically, we
"Come on,
have
Miss
all
B,
the
you could do better than
information
that."
we need.
I said, yeah, but
We
you
just
know,
have
never mind.
to
It'll be
look
No,
at it.
that was 2 years ago.
But it's an
20,
improvement.
2022 in January.
Yes.
And this one here before, they never had this, you just this, and there was no page. That's why we were lost. But now it's awesome.
Paginated.
Yeah, it was awesome now.
So anyway, this is the draft for your reading and for your reviews here, and then Miss Anne will input her part. On the
But
academic.
the accomplishments for the academics part, it's already done because you reviewed it already in the annual report we submitted. So it's
Yeah.
just like getting
Taking
it and
it and
making
Cut
it
and
more
paste.
short,
Yeah.
making
that's
it
what I'm
So-
saying, the same-
summarizing.
that it's the figures, they just change.
Okay.
Yeah,
So when the
otherwise, same
audit-
narrative.
When the audit takes place between December and January, right? When are you required to submit? Only when they come on board?
Yes.
Only when they come, you
Yeah,
present?
they will ask
No, yeah.
for.
They will ask for it. We wait for them.
They don't ask for it in advance?
Yeah.
No, I'm just, yeah.
We're just
They don't
ahead of
ask
time.
about-
No,
we
no,
already
I'm
step
not
ahead.
great. No, that's great. I'm just
Yeah.
thinking that are you required to submit it ahead of
Yeah.
before December, like this month, right?
Because this is their guideline before the audit.
Mhm.
What are we really and what are we made of,
Yeah.
right? So this is always gonna be
So
essential.
basically, we're
Yeah.
wait, we're just waiting on
For a
them
go,
to ask
for a
for
go,
it, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're already ready, so
And
when
this-
they start December, we can just.
This
give
is
it
traceable
them
to your
right away.
timeline. Remember you have the timeline that Dan and you prepared, remember that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have not prepared it because I don't
See,
know yet.
that's the one that,
I don't know yet
this is
when the audit is
traceable
coming.
to her
The-
timeline,
call-
to,
Call it
to the auditor's
the auditor
timeline,
timeline.
which we're already
Yeah.
step ahead.
so there will be an entrance meeting without the OPA.
Yeah, 'cause she has The dates,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
the dates.
So when
Yeah.
you complete your part and it's attached to the, I'd like to see the final copy.
Yes, But that will change to depending on their review. Because
Yes, yes, I understand, I understand.
So yeah, so this is it, and Madam Pei, we talk about this, you already know this, right? The report that we submitted to DOA in the charter, I'm
Yes,
just giving them a copy, you saw that in the email.
yes.
So, yes, we're done with FY
You
22
know, I was thinking the council never called a meeting at all.
and everything, right? That they're not telling us. Okay, anyway,
You know, because we were able to submit, at least we're able to submit a 2023 budget, 2023. We went with the council, we never had a session on the discussion of the budget, right?
we were not even informed that it's not.
Usually, we took it upon ourselves, we go to the council, we discuss the budget with the council, and then there's a public hearing where the council and us and all the charter school invited. A discussion of budget are actually present in the legislature. That's not happening.
I'll follow up. I'll ask first Miss Helen, because the last time we spoke, she said she spoke to
So council chair, yeah.
Yeah.
So the
I'll
council does
follow up
not
again.
have a
on that one,
regular
maybe we should have
meeting?
another one.
unscheduled meeting.
We wait for them to tell us.
Well, the budget's already been submitted to the legislature, but no, we already had our budget approval. Prior to submittal to the legislature, usually we have the council and ourselves. And they come up with questions or something, right? And then we never had the thing.
Oh, prior to this?
Yes.
That's when she joined us, when we went, when I
Yeah,
went.
like she joined us. The only missing part on the charter council is she was
Are
there.
you talking the legislative hearing?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
was
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
The only thing that we were waiting for her is to tell us that it's approved. We didn't hear that.
We haven't had,
We
yeah.
didn't hear that, but we
Because usually it's transmitted to them
Yeah, to
and
them
then
and
it
then
gets
us,
to
yeah.
us. Yeah.
but we found it because I googled.
But we still
googled.
have no
Yeah.
official transmittal from the legislature. We don't have an official transmittal of the legislature, what our budget was approved for. We just knew from all the
Because
because it
various
was-
narrative.
no, and
No,
then
it was already
we end up
posted.
it's posted on the public law.
I know it's a public law, but usually that portion of
It's
the budget
transmitted to us,
transmittal
yeah.
is done by the council.
The transmitter, yeah. But sometimes that's the missing part.
So that's why we only
That
got
was-
it from the public
That was the missing
information that
because
was sent out, right? We only have 2 bathrooms, you're not kidding me. I had to go and seek out for the other bathroom, this bathroom was full. What was it that says teachers not, student not allowed? Are you sure they don't really go in there?
Yeah.
So we only have 2 bathrooms in the
For
campus?
employees.
no for employees.
They're asking me to go upstairs and I said,
You don't have time to
I
run,
didn't even know they
man.
have bathroom upstairs.
No, yeah, every building has two.
What-
Two,
what
one
is
first
floor
floor,
and
second
second
floor, every building.
Oh, have you been to the second
CDE.
floor build? I haven't
So,
been to the
Yeah,
second floor toilet.
CDE,
I went to
and then we have our
my-
own for the,
You don't know your school.
and then we have our own
No,
for
no,
the
no,
staff.
I cannot go up to the second floor. I tell you that I'll be limited to going up because I'm scared to fall down.
Yeah, but
Why
did
am I
That's
you,
true.
were you able
Why
to
am I
use
gonna
the
fall down
employee one?
at some silly?
The employee,
you know,
and then
I-
there's
I
a
don't
employee,
agree.
there's only.
Building E2 has a nice one, the one that he commissioned before,
Where's that toilet?
building E. Oh,
The one
Ah.
on the where-
They didn't take me there. This both legs
No,
were
those
full.
are, that's for students. so
Students
we
don't know,
cannot
but
take
yeah,
that.
no, just in case.
This one, this
It's
one is
asking-
full. All the girls were
There's
there.
other place always
Inside
using-
one commode. How do you have 5 people inside the
There's
commode?
two.
Two commodes.
No, these girls were all inside one commode. They were just like one toilet seat and 5 girls were there. And I
No,
said, sorry,
no,
this is full.
actually-
No,
that's
that's
not allowed.
that's our problem because they all
Congregate, right?
Yes,
Why?
we're
That's
trying.
why we're just being
They're all
sensitive
girls
today.
anyway.
Yeah, and then
No,
yeah.
because that's
They're doing
cost.
something.
There's
There's
just
Ah.
something.
Can we, I'm gonna throw a curveball here. Can we have a private
Four
bathroom
should
for
ask.
the
No,
executive?
we
chair?
cannot have that,
For
but
this
yeah,
year?
because to install one.
I'm just thinking, because normally like. the
You
know
superintendent,
that-
have so many
you know,
And you know your flusher
We have
really
two
flush
on
so much
our
water.
The building.
But that's already with.
And then there's-
them,
yeah,
and they
because
have the
we have a
same.
That's why your water
problem
bill is
as
so-
residents.
That's why your water bill is so high. When you flush one toilet, it's just like it's like a waterfalls.
They have not changed it to the, the like the one now,
Regulated.
the 1 gallon, The
Because
1 gallon.
my faucet in my kitchen, I cannot even make it really like a big
It's-
floor.
It's limited,
Because they
no?
already had a standardized
The
something,
limited.
like the limited floor, because I was,
Limited floor, limited floor.
my husband said, that's spec is supposed to have a very limited space."
Are we done with the
Conservation.
pay? Yeah, we're done for, we just discussed the
The
finance.
FDA, okay, we're done.
Um,
We're good, huh?
announcements, just for again, next meeting is set for December 20. I just, for our,
This Christmas week.
yeah. And then, number 2, just because it, just to put it out there, we're looking into, reviewing the expulsion policy. Because we found out that basically DOE do not accept expelled students. from any school.
I'm glad, I'm happy. I really am, because every effort, you may want to consider an in-house opportunity to do.
Yes.
And that is very effective. Why? The kids will keep up with the work that they do.
Yes.
Really, what are we doing when we expel kids? We're
Yeah,
telling
yeah.
them they're not worthy. Get out.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Now,
we're
I,
reviewing.
you
that.
know, I'm really I really believe kids should be penalized when, unless it's a crime,
Yes.
you know, but when they do something that's really major, really, we need to save them.
Yes. And that's where we stand, the 3 of us.
And I think the
administrators.
stigma effect on that is not good. You know, we have kids that gone out in the streets because they were constantly being expelled.
Because we
That's
are
why
concerned about
I
where
really-
they go.
I really feel we should move forward with mental health, because if you read the write-up on mental health, it's addressing kids that are in that category, you know. They're just adolescenthood, they're going. through all
What is
kinds
with the
of
mental
stuff.
health?
It's just, we actually had the training from behavioral health last PD.
Oh,
Yes,
what mental health?
I think there's 2, the counselors first. Sorry, yeah, it's on the other one. And we're updating all with Miss Brell, our elementary counselor. So we received all our social emotional, it's hard copies. So we're doing a survey I shared with you, right? So we have to check basically. What we're looking at is those materials that we acquired, that we received. It will be given by the counselors themselves, not the teachers. So Israel has been like doing all the survey to make sure that we address all the concerns that they're
Very
dealing with.
good.
And then one last announcement, we are pushing through with the Christmas program, which will be held on December 16th. So we already have signed up. We will have 1 representative per grade level at least.
We're
bring it
gonna
back.
have it right there by the.
It's like the Christmas program. It's
What
been
is the date again? I'm sorry.
December 16th.
She signed up.
December 16th, which is the last day before the Christmas
Yeah,
break.
yeah.
We bring
Is
it.
that in the evening?
During the day, during school hours, like
Before they go for their Christmas
Christmas
vacation.
vacation. Yes, we've
How long
been
is that,
doing
2 weeks? It is
2
all-
weeks.
2
Yes,
weeks.
2 weeks. That's it.
Are you allowing class parking?
Yes, we do, but we follow the policy that it has to be
Back here.
packed food or like
Yeah.
it's not
So who's doing it? The kid,
for the parties.
Yeah.
Depends on the class, homeroom class, because we're gonna have a shortened schedule basically. That we're still in the process of the sign up in the middle, in the secondary, because all the elementaries already said they are the ones who we wanted to
change some.
a program for the
That'd be
elementary.
great, that'd be great.
It's
You gotta
been
have
2
that
years,
To,
yeah. And
it's really
they
a
like
letter
it
to,
because
put it
when
into
we had the
USDA,
training
yeah.
on,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
invited the fire
And
Not
department,
really,
right?
that-
They
not the
brought
one
that.
they did.
It was
Yeah.
only for the
And then
elementary,
my
even the
Renee
high
wants to do,
schoolers were interested in
financial
attending, but
yeah.
we
Yeah,
just
and then she has to
limited it. just
So
so
far,
that-
money
Last-
for what?
It's gonna
Yes,
be what, two
for the-
years
the loan has to
since
be
we have
rejected.
that
Oh,
party.
yeah, denial. Yeah,
Denial,
you have to have
okay.
a.
Yeah, you
So
got
I'm doing, but
Bonga,
I don't know.
right?
So
Somehow
Renee
See?
is so
boost
nice.
the morale.
Okay,
of the
based it
people.
on the, based it on WBF.
I was about to
The
say,
one that's
Cost
spent
of
on
the,
the-
the one, the
Uh,
one that
the
we
way-
filed, right?
besides
No, the
all
one
these
that
pieces,
Lisa
we
did
got
on the
over
bus.
bonus, right? I said,
About
this is
11.
bonus, right?
That's what- That's
And
years
then after that, I was thinking of, we have
I
low
don't know.
prices, but then it's gonna
So
be
You just need to
difficult.
have a denial, denial, your denial.
Justifies
What if they
Why?
don't like the price?
Hindi ka
See,
i-deny
it's
nun.
hard to please, you
No, it's not
can't please
already,
them.
because USDA is also talking.
Yeah.
Can we, can we?
Yeah, can we,
Can we
we
do
have
that?
to
Okay,
Close.
close the.
motion to
adjourn.
adjourn, or you need three to adjourn.
Yeah, that's, she,
It's
she's
just
the
the three of
restroom.
you.
In this bathroom too. It's funny because the girls were concentrating in there, then I went there, the teachers were in there.
Motion to adjourn, Miss Luna.
No, she's not, she just went to the bathroom.
Ano yan?
Just eating kain ko na. Ako, I don't wanna take my food. I don't have, my husband is in there.
Oh, the mother.
Wala po siya.
He's in Manila, he's gonna be back next week, so that's why I'm
Oh,
trying,
then,
I'm trying to eat what I can eat and then.
oh, Miss Joyce is here, how are
Already?
you?
Miss Joyce,
Oh, bakit sa wala ka din na?
The granddaughter was brought to the emergency, couldn't we, as ma-edible. Yes.
Sana hindi. Okay.
Hindi naman po, they already checked, so she was able to breathe.
Hirap naman yan.
Yeah, and now in the hospital, all the kids are having that respiratory
I hope
problem.
that's so bad.
Madam Chair,
Yes, ma'am, yes, sir.
si Miss B, are we being forward?
Yes, still.
Okay. Later. Ang bilis ang Christmas. Sheesh.
Thanksgiving muna, bago Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's hard
man.
to celebrate, sometimes.
You know how
that's
much
the difficult
Christmas
part.
trees now? The first 100.
Mhm. I'm always
$100.
blessed with that.
Which one?
The
Christmas
Christmas
tree
tree
that
they
I
talked
want.
about.
Oh, I use my old plastic Christmas tree forever and ever. I just changed the decoration. When I went to the naval, I mean, what do you call it? On the top of the Mar Christmas Bazaar, I picked out a few, but there was hardly any decoration there. So I usually just do that.
See, Father Shiskov always says, why you got a live Christmas tree? That's a dead Christmas tree. It's true. he's doing it. But $100, that's 5 to 6 feet only. Sheesh. Now, we usually donate at the church, right? And we use artificial as a house. But I said, man, no, I don't think we can afford it, man. $400, $500 just to give it away. I'd rather give that to the church.
So everything now is jacked up. Things that you used to pay for this is like 100% more in price.
Yeah.
Grabe.
Like the candles that you buy, smell good, right? It used to be $7.99.
We're
Now
waiting
it's
for
like
it to adjourn.
15. Oh, yeah. Oh, we have to wait.
To adjourn.
Adjourn. Yeah.
I agree. Motion
I'm-
to adjourn
Yes.
I
at 12:54. Motion to adjourn.
I make the mo,
No, motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second that.
Second motion to adjourn at 12:54, seconded by trustee Akisa,
Lou.
seconded by trustee Lou. Our meeting is now adjourned at 12:54.
Yes.
Bang!
Ding, ding.
We should get a gavel.
Okay.
Lunchtime.
Okay. Back to the back. Oh, done? Oh, done.
The recording, please.
Recording, please. Then, are on.
Madam,
We're
this
done.
wasn't signed when you approved the August 6th and the September 20th.
This was approved.
I know, nalimutan ko to type.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Recording stopped.
Okay.
Thank you.
Please